We're gonna go over some bolos today from Del Riva, but I think I want to deal with how to off-balance your partner first. I think that's the most important thing, because if you can't get your partner down, you're gonna have issues. So the standard one is just gonna be pant, cross collar, and then foot on the hip here. Right? I have my nice Del Riva hook in, and it's nice and loaded. If I have a weak Del Riva hook, it's not gonna do much when I try to bring in my leg and then bump. So I'm gonna be nice and tight. So I'm gonna kick her out. Once she starts stepping back, I'm gonna pull her in like this. So we're gonna do like a little bit of an off balance, right? So I'm here on the high thigh. I kick out. When she starts coming in, I pull my knee in and then I bump her over. So that's like the first basic off balance, right? So here, nice and high, I kick out. When she starts stepping back, I pull my knees in, I pop her right over. Another option you can do is, we'll go for like right here on the belt, and I'm gonna be breaking her posture by pulling her in like this. Then I can just extend my legs over to the side and then start to off balance. So we're gonna do like maybe 4 or 5, but I'll just start with 2. So we're here, I'm gonna go right here to her belt. I keep my foot on the hip, right? My left hand could be grabbing pant, grabbing ankle, could be nice and tight here, but we'll just go here or ankle, right? I'm gonna pull her in like this to break her posture. Now I can extend out and then start to dump. So let's do the other 2 again. So first one, cross collar, Del Riva, I kick out, she steps back, I pull in, I pop. Or I go in here, I pull her in, and then I dump and go. One more time, too. So that's the first 2 ways we'll start to off balance, and then we're gonna add some more. I just wanna get comfortable with just getting your partner's butt to the ground, and then we'll start getting to the fancy stuff. All right, 1, 2, 3. I mean, there's so many different options to like get to that position. So let's say I have that cross collar. The other thing I can do is, if I feel like I just can't turn the corner, I tend to like hug like this, almost like on his calf or my own leg. So notice how I'm changing the angle. And if I can't really bring my foot in, I can put my foot on the ground. I can pull them in, and then I can dump them across like that. So I feel like that's a real nice version too, right? So we're here, I feel like he has a good base. I can't really do much, so I'm gonna be hugging, bringing this in, and then off balancing like that. So again, and then the last one is, if he starts to like knee cut a little bit, right, and starts to put pressure in, I can off balance him here with my right leg. I can off balance him here, then reconnect, and then start to come behind. So because once I off balance him, he's not gonna stay with his hands down, right? So he starts coming in, and you can even like regular knee cut on. So like, yeah. So then I'm just off balancing here. He's immediately gonna start standing up. When he starts standing up, I can extend and get right behind him. So it's kind of like you're waiting for him to adjust. So we're here, he goes for his knee cut. Here, I'm gonna go off balance. He starts to stand up. I extend, get right behind him. One more. Oh, okay, go. All right. And then I'm in that perfect position. Okay, so let's go with those 2, and then we'll continue, right? 1, 2, 3. There's kind of 2 different main variations with Berimbolo, right? So I extend, she comes back, and I'm here. So making sure that for this one, we're gonna go for the belt, and you can keep your foot right here on the hip, just so she doesn't come up, right? Because the biggest issue is, if you don't have any connection with your partner, and you have your Del Riva hook in, and before you connect with her, she's gonna try to come up, and right, automatically. So try to stay tight with the leg, and you can put the foot on the hip, right, for distance control. So there's kind of two rules of thumb. One is when she's on her back flat, or two, when she's upright. So this one, she'll be on her back flat, right? So back flat, and now I want to make sure that I'm going to my side. I want to bring my foot and cover the far hip like this, right? But make sure that you're close to your partner. If I'm really far and I try to invert from here, I lose the leg and I lose positioning. So we're starting here, right? I come up, I cover. Now the best way to invert is use your foot off the floor so you can go close, and then you're gonna push off this and you're gonna invert, right? So I'm gonna rotate through and invert. Now, once I'm here, my left foot was kind of hooking on this side. I'm gonna go and cover that far hip. And then I'm gonna make sure that I'm grabbing that far side leg. There's so many different variations, this is just one option. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pull her in and extend her out like that. Once I extend her out, obviously, in order for me to get the back, I can't just chase her. I wanna make sure I'm covering the hip, the shoulder, and then I'm pinching, and I just come up a little bit higher. Get my seatbelt, put my hook in. So this is just like one variation. We're gonna show you a couple ones where you have like the wedge back take and stuff. So we're here, I extend, she comes back, and I'm here. Making sure that I'm grabbing, and I can keep her from coming up using my foot. Then I bring my foot across, I come closer, foot goes on the ground, I invert. I cover the far leg with the hook, and then I grab. Now I'm gonna pull her in and then stomp, keeping this leg. So now I can start climbing up, heisting, getting right to my seatbelt. This is like super simple, probably the basic one. Right? Boom. All right, and take it back. Again, Tiff. So I guess if you're in elementary school, this would be like the very first one they would teach you. So boom, all right? I wanna make sure that I'm creating space. Then when I'm ready, I cover, I go close, toes, still grabbing the belt. Invert through, cover that far side leg, and now I'm grabbing. I pull and I stomp. Now I have the belt and the pant. Then I can go from left hand to the hip, shoulder. I'm pinching as I step. Hook comes in, seatbelt. I can open her up and then start to attack. All right, so this is like level one. All right, questions? All right, 1, 2, 3. Wedge back take. So this is like the wedge bolo. So same grip, right? You can do the same thing. We're here, I pull in, I go. So she's sitting up. When she's sitting up, it's a little bit harder for me to just go into this direction because she's gonna be pushing into me. And so she's gonna be stopping me from going and turning the corner. So what I wanna do is I wanna go and bring my knee all the way across like this and hug her hip. And my left foot goes from that hook to the ground. Now I can push off that and then I can invert. So we're right in line with each other. Then from here, all I do is I stomp down. I make sure I have a nice wedge. My goal with the wedge back take is always elevating her hips, stomping down and pulling with my right shin. So then her hips go like this, up in the air. Then I go hip, shoulder, switch my hooks, I snake out, and then I'm right on the back. So we're just driving our knee a little bit farther across her hip line. All right, so we're here, I pull in, she's sitting upright, I go across, hugging her far side hip, I push off and then I invert. And I'm really close to my partner here. I'm not hooking or anything like that, I'm really close and I have my wedge in. Now I can stomp with my left, pull in with my right, bring her hips up, shoulders, hook goes in, I snake out, and then I'm on the back. Again. All I'm doing differently is I'm hugging the far hip and I'm shooting my knee across her body versus just my shin. right? So I'm going all the way across like this because I want my knee to go in front of this thigh. Then when I hug, see how close I am to her? Then I push off and invert. Now I can push and pull. You can also use the floor to push and pull like this. Switch your grip, feet, snake, right to the back. One more, Tiff. Let's go like this. Right, I go in deep. Hug. Turn and go. Okay. Questions? Or do we need to see it again? Okay, 1, 2, 3.